What's up, everyone? I am Destroyer, your coach of the Washington Wake Pokemon Draft League team. Today we're in Week 2 of WPF Delta. We're up against Wreck-It Mike and the Virginia Victini. Let's have a quick look at the matchup here. I'm on the left and he's on the right. His Terra Captains are Archalauden, Thundy T, and Spidops. He obviously has Pelipper and a Rain mode available for his team. It's unclear to me if he's actually going to bring Rain this week because I have Palafin on my team. He also is not dependent on Rain with this team. It's kind of a good mix there. He has no hazard removal outside of Magic Bounce on Hatterene, so I'm expecting him to bring that given the threat of hazards that I have on my team. He also has his own hazard threats like Overquill, Spidops, and even Ogerpon getting spikes. Outside of the Rain, his team looks to have a really strong, bulky offense with Ursaluna as well as Annihilate, including some faster cleaners such as Greninja, Ogerpon, and Thundy. Let's have a look at what we're going to bring to try and counter this team. First up, we have Palafin. I wanted to try a Choice Scarf on Palafin this week, especially if he brings Rain. Wave Crash will do tremendous damage into his entire team outside of pretty much Archalauden or whatever defensive terrors that he might have in Pelipper. If we can get rid of Archalauden, Scarf Palafin could potentially just go wild into this team. We can use it to break or to potentially clean up for us late game. Next up, we are bringing Gliscor. We're going with Terra Steel this week on Gliscor. It gives us a boost in a couple of matchups, such as versus Hatterene, as well as make some matchups a little bit more potentially challenging as far as predicting my Terra, like with Blood Moon or Archalauden. Both of them can hit me super effectively, but if I don't Terra, their super effective moves into my Steel will be not very effective when I don't Terra, or not effective at all in the case of Earth Power and Ursaluna. We're bringing Toxic, which hits pretty much everything that isn't hit by Earthquake, and we are bringing Swords Dance as well, just in case we are stuck up against a Archalauden with stamina boosts. Also might be able to have a chance to set up on something like Hatterene that's coming in to block hazards from us. Next up, we are bringing Premier of Deoxys Speed. I'm calling him Dialmander after a friend rival Zach Mander who encouraged me to draft it. So if it doesn't work out well for us this season, I'm going to blame him. If it does work out, I will be taking the credit. Anyways, we have a full support set on Dio this week. We have Screens, Rocks, and Skill Swap. I'm hoping that I can lure out Hatterene with Dio and the Threat Hazard, in which case I plan to Skill Swap it, and then I'll have at least one free turn to get up these Rocks. He's a couple of Mon on his team that are weak to Rocks, including Pelipper, Ogerpon, and Thundy, and so having Rocks up on this team would be potentially huge for us. Screens are there obviously to enable the rest of the team, and just take a sting out of potential weather boost attacks. Next up is our second Terra Captain this week, Ogerpon Cornerstone. Kind of struggled with building this set. I really wanted a Swords Dance, but I felt like all these other moves were needed for kind of coverage or certain situations on the team. Speed Boost being a situation with Trailblaze obviously there. He has a lot of Mon on his team, unfortunately, that resist Rock, like Archalauden and Annihilate and Blood Moon, so I can't just Ivy Cudgel into this team freely, unfortunately. Especially have to watch out for Archalauden, who's just going to resist and get boosts stamina if we're not careful there. So we could potentially use Ogerpon in a number of ways. We could bring him in for a lead, potentially just a revenge killer, late game cleaner, mid breaker. He's not going to have that Swords Dance power, but he has a lot of coverage into a lot of different things. Fez is coming back this week, similarly to Gliscor. Goal here is to spread Toxic, as well as just be a bulky pivot for us. Should be able to take some hits from Thundurus, as well as even Flash Cannons from Archalauden if they're not too boosted. We are going with a Shuka Berry to give us a fighting chance against a Blood Moon as well. Last up, and certainly not least, we're bringing our second Choice Scarf Mon, Growling Moon, our Salamence. Brought in Choice Scarf last week and did a lot of work for us, hoping it'll do a lot of work for us again here. Similarly to our Palafin setup, I'm hoping that if we can get the team broken down a little bit, we can just get Salamence in there and hopefully just start spamming like an Outrage. If we can get rid of Hatterene early on, we can kind of just outrage into this team. If we can pick up a couple kills along the way, it can really snowball and get out of control with the Moxie boosts. Yeah, so that's what we're bringing this week, and let's get into this fight. Okay guys, we're getting into the fight here. Mike just let me know he's Terra Water on both his Thundi and his Archalauden, which sucks. Just really hoping that non-Terra'd Gliscor could be a good check to Archalauden. Doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Didn't bring his Rain. Not super surprised about that. I kind of want to lead with Ogerpon here. I think that a decent lead for him is his Ogerpon, and I think that our Ogerpon would be a nice counter to that potentially if it did come in. Do have to be careful though, because if he has that lead, I kind of anticipate he's going to switch out maybe into his Archalauden and get a stamina boost activated there. So really want to be careful about getting the stamina boost activated if we can avoid it. Okay, who does he send out? Sends Arch straight out, right off the bat. He might just use this turn to set up some stealth rocks. I kind of just want to go straight into my Gliscor to get my orb activated. You know what, it's really important for me to get Archalauden broken down, so maybe I just go, I'm just going to go for the superpower here. Okay, that does about half, which is in line with the physically defensive Archalauden here. We boost his stamina. Hits us with the body press. He's got leftovers, which is unfortunate as well. Yeah, let's go Gliscor here. Maybe that wasn't a great idea after all. He just gets rocks up. Okay, he's Terra Water. Let's go, I'm going to go into Fez and see if he does the Terra here. He might also do a Draco Meteor. Okay, he withdraws. Goes in his Witch here, and we're just going to go for U-turn. He might just go back into Archalauden again. What if he does? If he does go into Archalauden, I think we can just use it as an opportunity to activate our Palafin. Let's see here. Potentially bring in our Gliscor. I'm trying to see what a Salamence will do to it as well. Draco Meteor will do a lot to it too. Let's just go for the U-turn here. Okay, probably gonna go into Arch. Maybe should have just hard switched instead. I could come in with Deoxys here. Let's come in with Deoxys. I think I might go for a skill swap. He might bring in his Hatterene to prevent me from getting up hazards. If he does stay in, it'd be nice to get rid of his stamina. Should have played that one a little bit better, though, I think. Okay, he withdraws. I should just maybe hard swapped into DI man here. Okay, so perfect. So we are able to skill swap once he's got ability shield. Excellent. So we've got magic bounce now. And so this should ensure that we can get our rocks out. Doesn't have any removal. I can just go into Ogre Pawn here, knowing that he's going to be taking some damage. Strider the Unrivaled. Okay, brings in his Greninja. He could just U-turn us here. I'm going to scout to see if this thing is choice or not. I don't think it can kill us. I'm sorry, Choice Scarf, yeah. Let's see here. So, if it's Specs, it can kill us with a Dark Pulse. Otherwise, if it's Scarf, it shouldn't be able to. So I think that we can safely get up a light screen here. Okay, so he is... Is that going to kill us? Does not kill us, so he's Scarf, good to know. Scarf in Protean. I think we maybe just kind of dip here. We can go into Fez. You could also just sack Wilma, then bring in Palafin to get it activated. Or I could get, let's see, my Reflect up too. But let's just go actually into Clamps here. If he stays in, I think I can go for a Swords Dance. Goes for a Trick Room. Interesting, okay. Yeah, we're just going to go for a Swords Dance here. Oh, Psychic Noise is definitely annoying. I didn't think about that. I think I'm just going to go for an Earthquake though. See how much this does. So if he's max HP without physical defense investment, should do 68 to 80 here. Goes for Dazzling. Okay, and I think we just go for... How many turns of Trick Room do we have left here? 2 more Trick Room turns. I think we just go for a Protect here. Get a little bit back there with the Poison Heal. Yeah, and so now we just go for Earthquake and take the kill here. We'll suffer some more damage from Dazzling Gleam. Or Psychic Noise, makes more sense. Okay, so Sabrina goes down, that's really nice. brings out his Blood Moon. We can go for a Toxic here, I think. I don't want this thing to start setting up a Calm Mind. Hyper Voice. Okay, we're able to heal again. That's really nice. Okay, so we can just Protect here, which would give him kind of a free initiative to switch into something else. I think that's kind of the obvious thing for us to do. So I'm wondering if it's the best thing for us to do. I'm just going to go for Protect. I think maybe he stays in a little bit longer. Okay, he does stay in. Hits us with another Hyper Voice. Light screen is gone. Okay, so we could hit this thing with a... Just trying to decide, do I maybe switch out and try and keep Gliscor alive a bit longer? Or do I just do as much damage as I can to this thing with an Earthquake right now? We're just gonna go... We could also Terra it. Honestly, do we just Terra it here? Because we can't bring Ogerpon back in, right? So we could Terra and resist the Steel. I'm sorry, or he could call it and hit us with a ground move too. I think we're just gonna go for it with the Terra here though, and go for the Earthquake. See if he reads us. He certainly may. This now makes us more vulnerable to Ogerpon. Ooh! Big crit. Wow. And he kills us anyways. Okay. Damn. Okay, so we at least get rid of the bear. So I think this is kind of an obvious time for me to bring in my Palafin. So I'm questioning if that's the best thing for me to do or not here. So he probably brings in like his Ogerpon, kind of predicting this. Kind of curious, do I have a shot to kill Ogerpon before I transform? I don't really. We can come in with Ments, I guess, or we could come in with Diao actually and just get some screens up. Might not be a bad idea. You know, we're to come in with Palafin. Against my own. Okay. Okay, so he brings in his Arch. I think this is where we sack. I'm trying to think ahead a little bit here. Because I could come out and start outraging with Salamence and it should kill something, but he's going to come in then and finish the job with his Greninja. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. Let's go into, we're just going to sack Wilma here. See what he does. Goes off with a Flash Cannon. Okay. We could come in with Fez. We could also come in with Diamander and get screens up again. I think that's what that's gonna be the move here. Let's go for a light screen. Tempted also to go for the skill swap here rather than the reflect. Reflect will help us against Ogerpon, obviously. Could also save this thing as a sack, predicting he's going to go into Ogerpon here maybe. I'm going to go for a skill swap and hope he stays in here. Okay, so we should be able to survive a Draco here with the screens, even after a close combat. Like, not totally ideal for us. We could also come in with Fez and start hammering away at this thing. Let's come in with Palafin. He's got his water Terra too, doesn't he? Might be able to just kind of force him into a Terra here. Because I think he knows a close combat is coming, right? He could also switch into his Thundy. I'm actually going to go hard into Fez here. Kind of predicting that he's either going to swap or do a Terra. Let's hope I'm right. Okay, he's got Dragon Tail. That's good to know. Stamina is down. This thing can flash cannon us, which we don't like, but we're just going to start hitting some moon blasts. That's cool. Wow, we got our light screen up, obviously. I don't want a U-turn here. I kind of think he might go into Ogerpon. Let's go U-turn. He doesn't switch out. Damn it. Okay. Doing a bad job of predicting here. Should have stayed in. So it's going to flash cannon now. We could come in and just drop a Draco with Moon here. I don't think it's going to Dragon Tail us. Wow. Okay, so this is the last time we're bringing in our Salamence here, unfortunately. Draco gives us our best shot to kill this thing. Yeah, so let's go for a Draco. Not in a great spot here. Wow. Okay. Didn't expect to live that. Unfortunately, we're choice scarf. We could save this thing for a sack and go into Palafin. Does that help us at all? Yeah, let's just hit another Draco here. We're just gonna Draco until we can't Draco anymore and see what happens. Arch goes down, so he's saving that Terra for his Thundy, obviously then. Yeah, he's probably thinking, why the heck do you have Moxie on a Draco Meteor version? But didn't get to use our physical set here, unfortunately. Could this easily come and revenge kill us with his Greninja as well? Okay, he opts to do that. And this is where I guess I should figure out, do I want to save this thing for a sack here? He probably goes a Dark Pulse. I think that we just leave it in and die and see what he's gonna do here. He's got Thundy and Ogre Pond left. I don't know that we can kill a Terra Water Thundy. Could easily be Scarf on it as well. Let's see what he brings out here. This is interesting. Okay, so he brings out Hearth Flame. We kind of have to bring out Palafin here. And we kind of have to go for a Wave Crash as well. It's unfortunate because we're going to start taking a lot of damage. But we don't kill this thing any other way, so let's just go for the Wave Crash. Okay, we get rid of Ogre Pond though. I imagine he's got something on his Greninja that he can, like a Dark Pulse I guess, can kill us here. Sludge Wave, let's see what he does. I kind of assume he brings in his Greninja here unless he's also Scarf on his Thundy. I'm wondering is it we might be able to... Oh, okay, interesting. Brings out Thundy here. We'll find out if it is Scarf or not. We won't be able to kill it here, I don't think, but if it's... we should be able to do significant damage. Should do over half to it, depending on its EV investment. If it's kind of a standard build, should do 55 to 65%, looks like. Let's see if he goes first. Damn. Okay. Thunderbolts. Okay. Okay, so Fez should be able to survive a Thunderbolt. So I think we come in and we just heal here. Unless he specs. If he specs, we just lost. Do we still have our screen up? We don't have a screen up. Okay, I'm dreaming. Let's just go for a Roost. Hope that he's not specs. We survive. And I think we just do that again. Did we stay ahead there a little bit, I think? Yeah, we need to roost again. Oh, he's got nasty plot. That's bad. Okay. Okay. We get back up to full. Really nice to have black sludge on this. For some reason I have I had my Shuka instead. So I think that he's going to be able to get us into range for his Greninja here, most likely. Unfortunately. That did a shitload. Okay. Yep, okay, so this is going to be a good game. God dang, maybe if we had that black sludge, we might have been able to come out ahead and actually beat Greninja here, but Greninja comes out short of a misclick. This is going to be good games here for us. Let's go for the roost just in case, because I don't think a Moonblast even kills him. Surf should kill. It does. Alright, good games, Mike. That was a really close one. We are 1-1 now in WPF, and we'll see you guys next week.